my god, what the hell? Why is there a ghost? What is that from? I'm kind of terrified. Hello everyone, I'm Emma and welcome back to the Stardew Valley Expanded in Minecraft series. Today's the day we can actually get started with building Willy's shop and I'm very excited to be able to do this. I had mentioned this in the streams before, but I'll mention it here in case you haven't been in the live streams or seen the VODs. The videos for this series are going to be less than weekly at this point, probably, depending on how fast I can get the builds out. There's a bit of work that has to go in between doing each build. For example, we spent a couple of streams building up this beach area and the pier here, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. But for the actual building builds, that's what I want to focus on for the videos. So those will be uploaded on a Friday, sort of as and when I'm able to do them, with a lot more work going in between on the streams. So if you want to see all that in between progress and kind of come along on the ride for this, I mean, I got quite a lot of feedback from the chat as well in it, so it was a fun time to do together. But today I'm going to focus on doing the build for Willy's shop. So, got a little area here. We might have to adjust some of the dimensions as we go. I did my best doing the dimensions as close as I can to what is on the beach screenshot, but obviously I'm trying to scale the buildings to what they are on the inside of the buildings rather than the outside so we can have all that detail. And I've taken a bit of time to get some materials together. I've got a few screenshots up right now of what we're going to be working on, so I do wish I could zoom in on this a little bit more, but I've kind of done some measurements here and had a look at the furniture that we're going to be needing. So I've worked out that the downstairs area is going to be a 10 by 6 on the inside. I'm probably going to have to use chisel and bits to get the diagonals going here, which means obviously we need extra on the outside. And then obviously through the door is the boat room. Now this is where it's going to get a little bit confusing because in Expanded, I'm not sure if it's in the vanilla game if you can go upstairs in Willy's shop, but we have this section here. So we've got this little section here which is probably 2 by 5, and then this section up here which is 10 by 3. So it seems to go over the back of the shop, so I kind of assume that this is the part that then covers the boat room, but the boat room looks considerably wider than the bedroom area. So perhaps what we end up doing is we have this little section at the bottom where the ticket machine looks about 3 tiles high, or deep I should maybe say. So maybe this is the part that covers that section of the boat room, and the rest of the section at the back is probably walled in, but maybe it's got like a flat roof or something instead, because obviously it's lit up and stuff, so I assume it's covered. And the boat itself, when you kind of calculate what you can do with the blocks, it seems quite wide. Like this boat is looking something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks wide, I would imagine, with the walls, a space for this little section in the top, and things like that. So then it has to be longer the other way as well, so we'll have to figure it out. I mean, maybe... What have we got? So we're saying that the entire building is 8 blocks on the inside. Well, that's not really... Sorry, 10 blocks on the inside. So 1, 2, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, well, it kind of goes wider, so that's not ideal. It might just be that we have to shrink the boat a little bit to fit, but I'm sure we'll figure it out as we go. The exterior of the build, I'm going to be doing these as sort of a time-lapse format, so hopefully you enjoy that kind of thing. And I may jump in every now and again to talk about something if I feel I need to, but hey, let's get on with the build. Okay, so first build, guys. I hope you're excited. There's still a few little things that I wanted to kind of iron out whilst doing this, and this is my first time using a spectator sort of camera account situation. What I actually did was logged into Minecraft on my husband's PC and then had him as a spectator whilst I recorded a slightly different camera angle, just so you had something else to watch that wasn't kind of everything in first person. The replay mod doesn't actually work with this mod pack at all. Someone has made like a port for the replay mod in Forge, but it doesn't really work very well with the mods that I have, so this is the best we can do for now. Also, you'll notice that the chat thing keeps popping up every time I'm sleeping. I'm really sorry about that. In the next kind of time lapse, I do figure that out, so it will be gone. It is just a one-time thing. But yeah, I think one of the main things is that you might notice that I do have to redo the roof a couple of times here. And the reason for that is because of getting some of the dimensions wrong, which you'll see what I mean about that later. It's kind of hard to describe without you seeing what happened and why it happened. But also because we have those different color planks that we have to use on Willy's roof. He's got multiple different colors going on there, so I wanted to make sure I got those in. I don't really mind the fact that I had to redo it, and I decided not to cut it out in the end because I feel like at the end of the day, most of you guys that are here know that I'm not here to be perfect on what I'm doing or even, I don't know, good, but I'm more here to kind of learn as I go, and that I think is what I enjoy the most about it. I really very much had to use my brain for all this, trying to calculate getting all the blocks right and stuff. I also then walled in the back bit, like I said, because I felt like that little ticket area would be walled in. I've done it for birch for now, but it's gonna be changed later, you'll see what I mean. There's just one particular detail with where the trapdoor is located on the screenshot of the top floor that I missed. I thought it was at the front because of obviously when you spawn into that floor where you end up standing. But for now we kind of work with what we got. I also felt the front at first was looking a little bit flat, so I did want to add a few more details. So around the door on the screenshot there is some sort of door frame situation, so I played around with a few different options and decided a fence is probably what would look best. At the end of the day, even though it's like not necessarily accurate to the screenshot, I still want it to look decent within Minecraft itself as well. I then tried to do some sort of frame situation around the window, because obviously in the screenshot again it's diagonal, but it didn't really fit very well, so I tried another window variation and ended up being a little bit more happy with it this way. It took me a little while to try and figure out which option I wanted to use for the beams at the front as well, and I ended up going with some stripped oak logs. I think those look the best. For a last finishing touch, I wanted to be able to put in the little fish sign above the door. So for this I used the chisel and bits mod, and it took a lot of fiddling and stuff, but I got there in the end. And I'm really happy with how the sign turned out. It did take me a few attempts to get the lettering spacing right, but I think this gives the kind of general idea of how it's supposed to look even in the screenshot, and I'm really pleased with it actually. Okay, so before I move on and do the back, let's go ahead and add some details to the front. So, I noticed obviously that in the screenshot of Willy's shop at the front, we've got some hanging fish. There are fish mounts in this, so I'm going to try a couple of different variations of them. Let me get my birch planks first. I'm not sure if I want them to blend into the wall like they do on the screenshot, or if I want to try and maybe add some contrast with a oak version, so we'll try a couple of different ones. I'll have to see if I've got any fish that I can put on there as well. I'm not entirely sure that I do yet, but we can give it a go. And then the other little detail I wanted to do is there's some little sort of silver hangy things kind of coming from the roof of the shop, and I want to see if I can do this with fairy lights. So I'm thinking if we go with the great icicle lights, either that or the regular fairy lights, but I think the icicle ones would look better. Obviously we're in Minecraft, so not every item is going to be perfect, but I do like to add the little touches with the chisel and bits mod, like that fish sign that we had, because that I think kind of like just brings it to life. But I don't want to do too much of that because sometimes using loads of chisel and bits stuff can cause quite a bit of lag, and I don't want it to be too laggy as the world grows. Oh, it's nighttime. Before I go out there, do I have any fish? That is the question. If not, I can just go and get some, I think. I'm probably just gonna have to like kill something with my sword perhaps. But now I'll probably just go grab a couple of salmon from the river. Unless of course there are any other fish that we might be able to fit. Oh, we've got a couple of raw cod, that might do it, but we'll try some other fish too, just to see if we can get any different ones that we can hang. I mean, usually there's loads of salmon, so I'm kind of surprised that I'm not seeing any. It might just be because of these mobs. I mean, I wonder if I also have to catch the fish for it to look like the fish it is, instead of just turning into raw cod. Oh no, we've got a carp here. Okay, we've got a couple of different options. Let's give that a go. Alright, so looking at the screenshot, let's see what we can do with our little lighting situation. So if I climb up this scaffolding here, I think there's going to be one hanging off this side. Actually, I think first before I do that, I need to add some slabs here because it kind of looks a bit awkward. with the thin bit at the top of the roof. Where are my slabs? There they are. Too much going on in this backpack of mine. So if we do a bit of that, I don't know if it's going to hang right. Oh, I don't know if it's going to hang right though. So that kind of looks awkward, doesn't it? Unless we make it thicker. So this I need to replace with a full block. I'm just going to use 2 slabs. And I've kind of placed it in just about the wrong spot. Wait, do they break? Oh my god, no. Okay, well I'll have to bear that in mind. I'm sure it didn't break last time. Maybe it's just because I forgot to put the pickaxe in my hand. And then I want to hang one from like here and maybe here. I mean, it's a bit lower than what is showing on the screenshot, but obviously I can't put 2 in the same block, so this is probably going to have to do. But I think it adds some things. And then we want to do next a little attempt with the fish mount. So I'm going to put 1 here and 1 underneath, and we can see which one we like better. So the top one's going to be the small fish. I don't know if either of them are going to look small, but I'm thinking no, I think the birch one is probably the best one, isn't it? It's a shame you can't like rotate them or anything, but I think it still does the job. The only bit that I couldn't really get right, I feel like, is this little bit here. Because we obviously... Oh, I'm falling into the water. I feel like we need something going around the window or something. Maybe I should have made an oak variation, but it wasn't in kind of the right shape, so I didn't want to do that. I don't know, what do you think? So far, I'm happy with how it's going. We just got some little finishing touches to add here and there, and then we've got to do the rear as well. And of course the interior. I realised as well that I forgot the little chimney thing. There is an iron rod item in Quark, but I can't seem to craft it. I might just have to go with iron bars for now. Suppose the other thing we can do is try this white picket fence. Oh no, I don't have any concrete. Maybe the light grey is better, or with the white. I think the white is almost grey, so we'll go with the white. So I need 4 of them. Oops, I made too many. 4 of them, and then I should have some white dye still. Let's smelt that up. Wait, oh no, it's water, isn't it? I forgot. See, I really don't know how to Minecraft these days. Am I going to regret doing it in my house? Probably. I'm still going to do it anyway. Okay, so time kind of ran away from me there. The last thing you guys saw was me putting down the concrete blocks to turn into actual concrete. And then I realised the time and I had to stream in like 5 minutes, so I had to end the recording there. But it's good because I've come back from it with a fresh pair of eyes. This is actually a couple of days later, and I was trying to prepare some of the furniture to decorate the interior off camera because I felt like me struggling through the menus to find the right items was probably not going to be that fun to watch. In doing that, I found out that the trapdoor in the top half of Willy's shop is actually at the back of the room and not the front, so now the dimensions kind of make a bit more sense. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to redo the roof again. This entire section here does not need to be here. The bit that's overhanging at the back, that's not right. I'm not going to time-lapse it again because you've seen me redo the roof once already, and I'll meet you when I have fixed it. I will, however, show you a quick before and after. So here is the before, and done. I did a few adjustments to the back just to see if we could kind of get thought around to how the back would look. Obviously the back of the shop isn't shown in the map screenshot, so we're going to have to improvise a little bit, kind of base it on what we can see on the inside. But yeah, let's go ahead and do the boat build. Okay, so here we go with the boat room. I'm not gonna lie, the boat actually caused me a little bit of trouble, but we get there in the end. Again, as I said before, we kind of got to work with the dimensions that Minecraft gives us. And whilst I could technically make it accurate by making every piece a chisel and bit block, I don't want to cause a bunch of lag, so I think part of the fun that I'm having with this is having to work out how to make it work in Minecraft. But I think to be able to get the details of what the boat kind of looked like in the screenshot, I had to make it a fair amount wider than I would have liked. But I still think it came out okay in the end. It just obviously wasn't very deep. I mean, maybe what I probably could have done is gone a little bit deeper underground, but I think, like, at the end of the day, who's looking at it from under there anyway? I also then partway through decided I wanted to put slabs at the bottom so it was 1.5 deep on the inside, but when I added the stairs underneath the boat as like a border, I was having some issues not letting water in whilst I was trying to cover this section up, so you'll see me kind of come in and out of the water trying to figure this out. I do get there in the end though. It just took a little bit of fiddling and some temporary blocks to solve it. I think the thing that kind of brings it to life versus the screenshot though is the red roof part, just because it's such a like contrasted detail. For the outside walls, I decided to use a bunch of spruce beams because you can see in the screenshot as well that there's a whole load of little kind of posts on the inside, and this is the closest thing I could get to that. And I'd imagine it would have had a frame around the top as well to kind of hold it together, so it wasn't just like one flat wall, it had kind of structure to it. To give it a little bit more dimension from the outside as well, I wanted to use some vertical slabs, so it was 3D from the outside, but on the inside I could still hang things off the wall and have that work out fine, because you obviously can't hang stuff off half a block. It did mean I have to put some temporary blocks in the way because the slabs go in weird directions if you don't do this, but I liked having to figure out how this worked. Okay, so there is the boat area done. I left each side open because I imagine that obviously he has to get in and out. Oh no, I just realised that the ceiling's actually too tall. Let's fix that. By ceiling, I mean roof. So if we go with a bit of this, now we can get in and out. And because of the dimensions of the boat that's in the screenshot, it's kind of hard to get it the right shape with the space to walk around the edge like this. Obviously, the gap would probably be a little bit smaller in real life between the middle and the edge, but there's nothing I can do about that. I wasn't quite sure what to use as the ticket machine, so for now I'm going to use some stone bricks. I'll probably think of something later. There's some good things in the refined storage mod that I think would look good as the ticket machine, but I didn't want to use those just yet because there's a lot of resources that are involved in getting those items, and I don't have the time for that. I feel like I'm a bit too early in the game to be able to get any of that stuff. Now, I need to go ahead and clear out my entire inventory because there's so much stuff in it, and then we can work on furnishing the inside. I'm trying to look through here to see if I can find good things to use as decor, because obviously looking at Willy's little shop, he's got things like cups and stuff out. I don't have any coffee, so I'm making a hot cocoa to put in his room. I'm hoping I can put it on the fruit bowl. There's a hot cocoa, and then, wait, hello? How do I take it out? Oh, I need a glass bottle. Oh, I mean, it does make sense. Oh my god, what the hell? Why is there a ghost? What is that from? I'm kind of terrified. I've been hearing the noises, but I've never seen what it is, and I'm kind of creeped out. Oh my god, I'm actually freaked out. We need it to, like, never be nighttime ever again. Oh my god. Right, so I need to put in the glass bottle, and there's my cocoa. So let's go test that out. Where is my fruit basket? Kind of works as like a, I don't know, a tray. I mean, kind of? I wonder if I put it in a different spot. Okay, that works. Okay, we'll do that. And then I noticed he's got a couple of different circular lights. So what can we use from this mod? I do wish there was one that was literally just a circle. I mean, I suppose they are meant to look like actual fairy lights. Maybe an orb lantern? But where are all the other variants? What if I just type the word? Oh, if I just put orb, that'll do it. I think we'll just go with the white ones. Oh my god, I need a lot of materials. Okay. And into the decoration bag it goes. Okay, the next thing is I can see in the downstairs area there's what looks like what could fit as a stripped birch table. The legs don't kind of fit, but it's the best we can do, so we'll go with a couple of those. I need a couple more things. Oh, and this one makes 4. Okay, so it is quite generous. The last thing I'm not really going to be able to finish in this episode are the barrels of like bait and stuff that's in the front of his shop. And the reason for that is I need some green dye. I'm thinking what I do is I place down some white blocks and then put item frames on top with dye. So you can get dyed item frames in this, and the problem is I need green dye and I need cyan dye. Well, obviously to get the cyan you need green, and I don't have any cactuses around here. We've yet to find a desert, so I think that's what I'm going to do in the next stream is we'll go hunting for a desert, and also maybe set up a sheep farm as well if it doesn't take us the entire time to find the desert whilst exploring. I'll set up a little waystone there in the desert as well, because then I've got an easy way back and forth. Well, I think we're now ready to go and start decorating the place. Alright, so starting at the bottom down here, let's go ahead and place this light first. I need to figure out a situation for this corner block because it needs to be a diagonal. I don't know if I want to chisel it out to make it corners or not. Maybe we do? No, I think what I'm going to have to do is make a pattern for that and then we'll replace it another time. So we will focus on what we can first. Let's go do the little roof feature before I forget. It's definitely on this side, and it looks like it's sitting sort of here. But how's this going to look? Let's try it. We go with this. I mean, it's kind of overhanging, but it's also not the worst thing, especially from, like, far away. Maybe I can add some bits, again with the chisel. I don't really know how far into detail I want to go with this. Let's see. If I place one here, just so we can take some blocks off it, or bits I should say. Oh no, it only works on whole blocks, doesn't it? I have to do it with a whole concrete block, won't I? Okay, never mind. I'll handle that another time. Now we can move back onto the inside. So, first things first, let's put the light down. We'll put it, like, I want to say here, and it's hanging out the wall as well, so that's good. And then I think what I wanted to do is use this dolomite as the blocks that are on the inside here. Well, first, let's put down the birch table, like here and here. And it does have some decorations on it. Maybe I'll get a backpack to put on here. Can you place a backpack as an item? You can, okay. I need to go make a white backpack at some point. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we've got one piece here, and then we've got like a little fish counter type situation, but I can't really do that. So it's gonna be 2 stained glass blocks, and then over in this way we've got a few more coming out this way. The door's not quite in the right place, but I think that can't really be helped because obviously on the outside the door's in a slightly different spot to what it is on the inside. But it's fine, it's still like walkable, although what do we do about the chair? The chair kind of goes here, doesn't it? So we put that there, and then in this corner we've got like a plant pot situation. I'm thinking if I put it in this side. So I've got a few plant pots with me, and it's going to be kind of small, but it still does the job. Then we have a little lantern situation over here. So then what I want to do is put down some item frames here. So we have one brown one, so I'm gonna put that one down now. And then I'm gonna have to come back and dye for the rest, so just so you can see what I'm envisioning. And then each one will have like a different colour. I've also got a lamp situation going on over here, but I haven't really figured out what I want to use as a lamp yet. So let's head on upstairs. Did I leave my spruce trap door at home? No, I didn't. Everything's fine. There's a little trapdoor situation. We do have the diagonal walls in here, but I don't think I'll be able to do that because this is literally the roof outside. So we just have to work with what we've got. We've got another one of these lights up here, so I'm thinking that's going to go... It says it goes above the bed. So I'm thinking if we put it like here, it's not going to be centered because obviously beds are only 2 blocks wide in this game. Oh, I forgot something downstairs. Hang on. Alright, first of all, let's close the door because it's nighttime. We've got a little rug situation down here, so we say something like this. It then leaves a gap between the glass as well. Either that, or maybe it would be better here? No, I think it looks better back here because it kind of adds to the contrast. And is a bit more centered. Okay, so next we've got the beds. So I think one's going to go here and the other's going to go there. And then we've got a little bedside table situation going on over here. I mean, maybe we can do another diagonal wall situation over there. I haven't got the birch blocks with me, so I'll have to come back and fill those in. And then on this side of the bedside table, we've got this. So let's put down that shelf there, and then we've got a crate here. I think we're going to have some issues getting in and out though, so I don't know if I skip on the crate. Just because we've got to put a chair here, and then another cabinet situation here. So obviously if I put the crate there, we're not going to be able to get in and out, are we? Yeah, that's going to be a problem. Okay, we'll have to skip on the little box. But that's fine. That's not the end of the world. And then we got our little hot cocoa situation that we tested out. So if we say that, whereabouts are we going to position it? Probably something near the front like this. That's kind of cute. And then over here we have a rug. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to look like it should, because in the screenshot, the rug is definitely a little 2x3 situation, but it's wide this way, unless we make it even wider. But then it looks like the rug kind of fills up the whole area over here, so like it would come all the way down here. So it looks like I need to get a couple more. I need to get another 6. For now I'll just do that, and then I will have to add to this as well. We then have the little coffee table opposite the bed, so that's going to go here. And then I made a wardrobe situation as well, because it looks like there's a kind of taller dresser type thing. Where's the wardrobe? There it is. And that looks like it goes here. So it lines up with the end of the bed. That is not quite where I asked for it, but okay. Let's try that again. So from this side, there we go, we've got a little wardrobe. Now, it does look like the stuff on top of the wardrobe, and there's kind of some roof in the way, so maybe I go and make a smaller dresser situation to go in this little spot. It just looks like it's meant to be taller though. It's difficult because the roof of his place is obviously at an angle, but in the game when you're inside the— oh my god, I hate this. I hate this so much. I really wish that would go away. I can't even remember what I was saying now. Okay, well let's put a little bedside lamp on. Wait, can I not place items on this? No! Oh wait, I can place it on that one. Why can't I place it on this one? Well that's weird. Oh my god, that's so annoying. What if I use this one? We can't place it on— you can't place anything on a nightstand? That's so odd. Alright, well I'll have to hang it from the ceiling in that corner instead. We make do with what we can get. We've also got a painting type situation here, so I'm wondering if I just keep placing until I get what I want. I'm not sure if there's like a boat painting situation, but I'm just going to keep doing it until something fits. I have a feeling though it goes kind of like in line with what will fit there, so okay, there we go. We're getting 2x1s now. I have no idea what that's meant to be. That might be the one though. I think that'll do it. So yeah, I should probably change this into some sort of drawer situation. Let's go and do that. We've got a couple more pots that we want to put down, so I think I want to put one like here. No, it's the wrong height. I mean, the coffee tables are cool and stuff, but like, what's the point in them if you can't put stuff on top of them? We'll leave it for now though. Okay. Let's go make the other type of dresser. Maybe I can make use of this wardrobe somewhere else. I mean, I'm wondering if we do the tables as a 4-block variant instead. Okay, well, first of all, we know we can place stuff on top of the cabinets. I'm wondering if we use those instead of the nightstand that's next to the bed. So this is what we'll use as the dresser. Let's go ahead and make those. So maybe this little double drawer dresser situation might work for us. And then I wanted to make... What kind of table am I going to go for? We can't exactly see what it is. It looks like it is lower down, but we have no way of telling that, and we need to put items on top of it, so let's go with maybe the stripped spruce table. Let's see how that looks. Obviously, being my first sort of build and decorating type situation, particularly using these mods, we're still trying to find our feet with what works and what doesn't. Hopefully as the series goes on though, it should be easier for us to figure out, because we'll know in advance what works and what doesn't let us place items on top and things like that, so... first of all, we'll do the dresser. That's going to go not quite there. I wish they all kind of behaved the same with where you put the block, but it's fine. Oh my god, really? Didn't learn for the last time. So this way, and then over here we want to replace these with our 2 new nightstand things. Where? Wait. Oh, there they are. Wait, did I only make one? I could have sworn I made 2. I probably should have the stuff to make a second one anyway. Oh no, I made a table, didn't I? What am I talking about? There they are. So the table there and there. And then this way we can actually put stuff on top of it. So we're going to have one pot here with a little sapling situation, and then probably another one somewhere else, right? There should be one on top of here too, like so. And then I remember why I made this now, because I wanted to put this here instead to see if it worked. It does! Okay, so let's now try and put the lantern on. Oh, it's just the lantern that doesn't work. So we can put stuff on top of it, just not this, apparently. That's so weird. Alright, well, we'll have to live with it being over there, I think. And then I'm wondering if this light should go on this side instead. No, it shouldn't, because it should actually go at the top, like this. There we go. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. I just need to get some more wool at some point. I could for now just actually remove this so the rug lines up with the bed. Kind of happy with that. And then I don't really have anything I can use as like a radio. But I think for now I'm pretty happy with the way this has turned out so far. I mean, maybe I could... I was wondering if I could put the paintings horizontal, but I don't think I can. No, that wouldn't make sense. But what if I dye the picture frame white? Okay, so there's our white picture frame. So now if I attach it to here, it kind of fits what we've got going on. I need to look at a mod maybe or something to put like where you can lay items on things, or if not, invisible picture frames, because then we can put things like paper on the table and it won't look like I've also got a frame there. But hey, I'm happy. Here's our upstairs. We've got a little downstairs situation which we'll still need to finish at some point. Let's sleep before the ghost pops up. So we'll probably finish this little bit on stream here so I can put the little bait bits. And then out here we've got a little boat room thing. It's not really a room, it doesn't have a ceiling, but I think it still makes sense. We've got to work with what we've got at the end of the day. And then of course we've got the outside. And I've fallen into the water, of course I have. Now I just need to add a couple of finishing touches to the outside. Well, let's maybe avoid the skeletons. Thinking for the outside we do an andesite table, so I need polished andesite and regular andesite. So out here we've got this little table. It's kind of off to the side here, so one here and one here. I like the way that they connect as well. I'm thinking a little empty pot to go down here. And then we've got our worm bin that we just made, you know, for the quest that you have to do. And then this situation here. And then there's a little rope behind it. So where are my item frames? There they are. Just here with that inside. Like so. And I know it looks like it goes all the way to the back, but obviously in this we... Oh no, I suppose I can actually take this down now, can't I? Because it doesn't have to line up with the back anymore. It doesn't need to go that far back at all. It is meant to line up with the back of the building though, so maybe it just goes to here. Is that where it was before? Did I just put the exact same thing back? I don't know. Maybe we just space this out a bit. So obviously this is where the peculiarities come in when we're trying to do it to scale of what's on the inside of the buildings and not on the outside. So I'm thinking something like this, and then the ropes are always next to it, so I will just keep that every time. And then on this side we've got a couple more of these crate and rope situations. So I'm thinking one crate here, and a crate right at the back. I am now noticing though that the side of the building should probably have the pier coming up here, so I'm wondering if what I do is just shift everything this way, beach-wise, because that's going to be a lot easier than having to redo the actual building. So I'm going to put a crate here and a rope over here. I seem to be missing a rope. There we go, found it. All good, everything's fine. But hey, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. Obviously what we'll do is we'll move all the beach stuff over so that it lines up here. I mean, it's going to mean a little bit of terraforming. Maybe I do that off camera just to kind of fix it, but I'm happy with the actual build itself. I mean, especially if you look at it from this angle, I'm pretty happy with it. Well, first building build, guys, what do you think? I mean, I think as someone who doesn't really do this kind of stuff often, I'm really pleased with how it turned out. Of course, I'm still learning with the little measurement-y things that we have to think about, but I think that's going to come in time. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much to my channel members, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!